So I got the hello, everybody. Dang. It's been a little bit. It's been a little bit of time. However, we are still doing pretty good. Welcome back to the stream, and we're gonna be doing some devil fruit stuff, some data pack stuff. We're gonna keep it chill for today because I'm in a chill mood. And yeah. As of right now, I think the Geyser MC Bedrock connection is broken. We do have the new hockey system up and running. It's been pretty flawless so far. No issues or anything that has arose from that. Yeah. And we do have a Streamlabs set up, so hopefully we get some, donations or some chat messages coming in. Let me. Things are starting to move really fast.
No, how is he so fast? How is he so...
What? On our server, Grand Line MC, where today we're finally getting into the devil fruits, the faction system, the bounty system, and much more. And we even have our first players conquering the islands.
Who's gonna stop you?
Nobody.
And this is what, our third or fourth devlog? And trust me when I say, by the end of this video... Really? Okay. Why is the chat box not working? It should be working. Oh, there it is. It just completely is reset. That's fine. Okay, so the chat box is working. It is kind of tiny, but I'm a tiny YouTuber, so yeah, because Geyser just had an update today, so let me see if there is indeed a see if I can get my Bedrock alt joined. Yeah, there hasn't really been much updates. Like, it's kind of been sort of the same as how we left off, but I did do some testing with mythic mobs. I did get a marine vice captain mob in the game, so if I do /function, we're gonna go Marine Vice Captain. What the heck? There we go. Okay, that didn't really help. Kind of looking down like a dummy. Well, he's going. He's gone. He's not swimming back up. That's for damn sure. He's secretly a skeleton. I don't know if you guys knew that. Secretly a skeleton. I have a secret kit that gives me a sharpness 500 sword. Oh, never mind. It's sharpness 5. Essentials X disables broken. You know. Essentials X disables broken chance or like overpowered enchant. Okay. I'm just gonna get myself. Get myself hella hockey. He's cooked. Execute facing, not positioned. Where's the tilt? There we go. So this guy's facing. Oh wow. Oh, that's a Discord overlay. Nobody likes that. Like literally no one. Okay. Good. So I made this guy. This guy's in the server. This is not just on my front end. He's in the server. So any Java client who joins can see this guy. If you're a Bedrock client and you join, well, it's kind of hard to join right now. It's low-key not really working at all. There's been every time Mojang updates the game, it's like a whole something breaks with my Bedrock connection, so it's kind of a full-time job keeping up with this. Let's see if this works. Okay, it's a good sign that it's like re-prompting me for the resource pack. I don't know how much of a good sign that is. Huh. Yeah, Geyser absolutely slimed my Bedrock account. Absolutely didn't work at all. Okay, I mean, if Bedrock was working, I kid you not, the Marine system would probably be up and running up by now, because I would be able to test more easily. But Bedrock's kind of not working right now, which is kind of one of the biggest problems at any given time. If Bedrock is ever down for Geyser MC for the server, that's always a high priority issue that needs to get resolved. And it kind of sucks because, like, if you're trying to make progress, you know, making features kind of gets in the way of that. Sucks because, like, it seems like my mic's okay, but where'd the guy go? I know he didn't. Hold on. These guys don't belong here. Maybe I should leave him here for lore. lore purposes, giant fish sprites. Where's the guy? Here he is. So if you were wondering, this guy was made with animated Java. Animated Java is it's kind of like a vanilla data pack framework, and it's just data packs. So all these things are in animated Java data pack, and this guy is made up. Every single one of his limbs is a white dye object, and the game is assigning a new custom model to it. So like, for example, this arm is its own model, the body is its own model, the head and everything, and then it's doing a bunch of mathematics and logic to calculate the animations. And the animations I made in Blockbench, so basically everything is in Blockbench, so there's kind of no more guesswork there. From now on, a lot of the complicated stuff is going to be in Blockbench, especially when it comes to modeling and animating. There's really no alternative, or it's just a go-to. So if any of you guys want to like make some sort of NPC character or DEVILFRUIT transformation in Blockbench, dude, feel free. Like that's gonna be incredible to have like some community members pitching in and actually putting some stuff in the game. Like I'm gonna definitely add stuff if you guys want to make anything. We're working on the Pacifista too, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I do have the so this guy would be an iron golem, I'd say. Oh, hooked. Hooked. Hold on. The wither skeleton is probably the better version of him. Yeah, so I think better model is also the alternative to animated Java, which uses white dye textures. This plugin uses leather horse armor, but for some reason it's not loading on my end. That's weird because it really should, because I have the actual pack on. Huh. Some sort of pack had it loaded. I don't remember. Wow, that's on anticlimactic. I thought I had some of these in the. Oh, I know. Because I want to show you guys 100%. So I'm going to turn on my permission. Yeah, so we're gonna get the actual server resource pack, the one that's loaded on the server. There we go. Okay, because I was just doing the dev version of my resource pack. So this guy's pretty cool, and I just one-shotted him because I have 47 hockey. Okay. Okay, this is the big guy. So we started off with this. This is animated Java for the actual technology behind it. The problem with this guy is if we summon like 5 or 6 of them, the lag starts piling up like crazy. And I want to show you guys how bad it is. Or not bad, but I just want to show you. Okay. Look at the ticks per second. Look at this. Oh, but that's kind of not fair. I did run a lag spike thingy really quick, so hold on. Ignore. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, we're back. Well, like, this ticks per second is not good at all. This is not meant for servers, like, to be running with animated Java. Because the thing is, it's just, this is all running on one CPU thread, and a data pack only has access to just a singular CPU thread. Obviously, if I increase the hardware of the server, something like this might be a little more feasible, but just from a efficiency standpoint, it's just objectively not the right way to go for a server. Because like, if it's already tanking the TPS by this much, and there's only like 3 NPCs attacking me, this might not be the way to go. Because I can imagine definitely dozens upon dozens of NPCs. And now the better model version, if we get out of the water, I don't know why we're in the water. Why am I in Wither? Like the better model Marine Captain. Oh, because he's a Wither skeleton. That's why I have Wither on. Like, these guys are not tanking the TPS. I can spawn in like 10 of these guys. Or like 20. Oh, that. Yeah, I gotta fix the mob stacker. But like, these guys are not tanking TPS as much. And it's just pretty apparent. And also, like, it's more complicated setting up a singular animated Java. The only upside is just like it's all within a data pack ecosystem, so it's just a lot more freedom and a lot more control than a plugin, which a plugin at any time they could just decide to stop updating their system. They could decide to charge for the plugin, and it's just a lot of times it's just sometimes it's not what you want in terms of long-term control of your product and your server. But a plugin in this case is technically the better answer. So regardless of how I feel, I think it's what needs to happen, and it's gonna be seamless. Everything's gonna work. So that's just one of them. We're gonna spawn in the newer pacifista, or there's a goofy goblin too. I could spawn in. Yeah, this guy's pretty cool too. I stole him. He's not mine. I didn't design him. And we have the newer pacifista. So this guy doesn't have arms for some reason. We're gonna get that fixed. And he is backwards. The whole thing is backwards. Okay, good to know. I didn't know he was backwards. Now I know he needs to be turned around. I guess if I go in creative, he doesn't change his position, but this is kinda what's going on. Lots of mesh issues here. I think there's some duplicate meshes going on. Get that sorted out. but I think he should be a little chunkier and a bit taller, but I can control the height. But yeah, that's gonna be fun once we get the V3 version of this guy up and running. But anyway, those kind of like the updates. I did learn about more about data packs, like how to use macros, for example. I think that we can do a lot with updating the hockey system with that. It's not super necessary at the moment, but it is definitely gonna, you know, keep everything a lot cleaner. All right, so we're gonna okay, so I have magma fruit. Oh, I should probably show you guys what that looks like. Yeah, so that's the issue with the resource pack, having that turned on. The dev version of the resource pack is what I need, not the production version, because the dev version has all the correct mappings for what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the this is not the flame. Oh shoot. Oh, I almost spoiled it. This way. Yeah, as you can see, I was doing some testing here, you know. Hooked a couple trees in the meantime. But I guess you could see kind of behind the scenes of how the hockey bar system works. It is using a custom command plugin. It's just like having each player run a command to update their own boss bar. And I think I could clean that up so I don't flood this the command block outputs or the command outputs in chat when I'm trying to actually do dev work with Devil Fruits. But this is what I have so far, and I really like this these particles and how they sound. They sound really satisfying. So yeah, that's pretty solid for a main ability. And I think if you touch it, you get a bunch of jump boost and a bunch of speed. I do not know of a way right now to make you go really fast within this. I've tried the generic movement efficiency, and it doesn't really count. Doesn't really change anything. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, the hand. Well, this hand is actually for the flame fruit. I just plopped it in the same, you know, same model spot. I'm going to make this a little darker, maybe for the magma, and just touch it up a little bit. That's kind of what I was supposed to do. I'm gonna open up the resource pack and just make a bunch of copies of this. Yeah, so I can't promise constant eye candy for this stream, but I'm gonna promise that I do get some stuff done. Okay, what was I doing? I was opening the resource pack folder. There we go. That's what I'm doing. Oh, there's a wandering trader? Hold up. I'm trying to focus. Please be quiet. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I didn't get him. Where is he? Where's he at, though? Bro, I slammed your llamas. Where's he at, though? Oh, you're hiding. Get wrecked, fool. Okay. Okay. That zombie's over with. Absolutely wrecked. Okay, models, item. Yeah, we can leave the textures a little the same. The snow fruit did get updated. I don't have a secondary ability yet for magma. What I'm thinking is like, you know, slowly turning like rock into into lava somehow without griefing like crazy. Oh yeah, and if you could tell, the hockey does get drained by using these abilities. And I decided I'm gonna have some sort of policy where it's like, if you summon matter out of thin air, like if you generate matter with your devil fruit, you're gonna be using a lot more hockey than if you're doing something that doesn't generate matter. And I did also code it, so if I could, you know, I can get slime a llama real quick. I also coded it so the droplets actually cause some damage. So if I aim above, him and the droplets still cause some damage. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, now I have a whole... Yeah. Okay, so that's the initial magma fruit we have so far. Now I'm gonna make the op fruit. I'm gonna just make it right now. And it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to lock in for this a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna need an ability hand. Okay, so we're gonna make the this folder op fruit in the custom item ability hand. Op ability 1, op ability 2. And it's probably gonna be like 6 abilities or 7. Okay. Whoa. Memory leak? What the heck? Oh no, it's not. We're doing the chunky stuff. Should get back to normal soon. Doesn't matter right now, at least. Oh, you're shitting me. I think it's I think it got a little server crash there. That's fine. Still have some work to do off the server. Custom models. What am I doing? I gotta go into the data pack. Gotta go in the data pack. Yeah, let's go in the data pack. Oh, I already have it. Type shit. Ah, okay. So this one's just gonna be op fruit. These advancements are to detect when you actually eat the fruit, which is kind of like 1% of the playtime with the fruit. Custom model data. I don't know. I'm not sure if. I guess we could just run it through the custom model data for now. Might have to go off custom data. Let me see the pumpkin pies. Which one's op? 11. 1010011. That one's the op fruit. That's cool. Ah. Okay. How are you guys doing? This is no fun. Let's just restart the server, whatever. I can do a lot off the server now that like it's low-key a good thing, because I don't know if I could have gotten my head, could have focused without that. Okay, server is restarting. So those are the item modifiers. We do have to do the one where it just actually gives you the item. The item modifier is a set of JSON instructions to tell the game how to adjust the item, the item's data. I think this one's gonna be op. We could get snow through here. I want to have some sort of decent op ability, you know, so far. Op is not a flame. It's not a Logia type. Paramecia type. Paramecia. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna be honest. Paramecia. Yeah. I gotta double check what that means. Oh wait, carrot. It's carrot on a stick. Carrot on a stick. That's what it is. That's what it is, brother. Let me. Huh. Pop up. Up. Ability 1. Ability hands. Op. Yeah, that's how I titled it. Op fruit. It's called op because he's doing an operation. Because he's a surgeon. He's a healer. That's gonna be my favorite ability to do. He's gonna be a healer. He's gonna be a healer. He's gonna he has to have at least, I have to do like 3 abilities. So this one's gonna be, oh, that's ability 2. So we do 101. So the data pack is checking if this thing, it might be blurrier on your screen, but it's checking if the ability tag is equal to 2, not if the custom model data is equal to some random 6-digit number. So if its ability equals 2, which means it's the second ability, it's gonna, you know, react accordingly. Because the model could be anything. The model can be, I could change the model to whatever I want. I could turn it into a hot dog if I wanted to. But I'd rather have the number of the model, like the custom model that. Wow, this server hasn't even stopped. Wow. I probably can do a lot offline though. That's really not a good idea. Not gonna be fun. I just slimed my own server. That's crazy. But I still have a lot of work to do on the resource pack. We have the op fruit, and let's you know what, let's get ability 3 going. Ability 3, ability 4. And they all look the same, honestly, except for 1 and 2. I think magma is the most mature, technically wise, fruit. terms of detection. That was a dumb idea. I should have renamed it first because it's gonna override the same file, bro. I don't know what tar.gz is, bruh. I'm a .zip guy. Probably gotta do that again. Oh, let's go. It stopped. Okay, now we're actually restarting. Dang, I thought we weren't going to see the day. All right, so 5 more minutes and then we're back up. Okay. Crash reports. Old news. How would op-op even work? You would be able to take body parts from players or like throw blocks at pearls in the sphere. Yeah, so we're gonna the sphere, you're gonna see the sphere in a minute. We have the sphere model already in the game, so not in the server, in my resource, in the dev build of the resource pack. So you're gonna see the sphere, you're gonna see how it works. In terms of taking body parts, yeah, in terms of taking body parts, I think since we literally can't, you know, dismember a Minecraft player, that's not even like possible, I don't think. I mean, we're gonna do things where it's like 25% of the time they have there's a 10% chance they drop an armor piece. There's a 10% chance they drop their main hand weapon or their side weapon. And then there's gonna be like a 3 to 5% chance, if you're close enough, that you take their heart, which is, you know, one of Trafalgar Law's signature moves, is just stealing the heart out of the opponent. So I mean, if we are in the realm of taking hearts, obviously, like, you're not gonna see a hole in the player, so you're not gonna see a hole in the player's chest like a donut, but we are gonna simulate, like, okay, yeah, he has the heart. If he eats the heart, then the guy dies, you know. And if he munches on the heart, he takes damage or something like that. But this is probably one of my favorite fruits, like, period. It is so crazy. But yeah, I was thinking like one idea I had was maybe like within the sphere, within the room, like the sand, for example, floats up. Any like gravity blocks, like gravel or sand, they start floating upwards, you know. Maybe, I don't know if that's even possible, but I guess there's gonna be a chance that if you land a hit on a block, it'll like break off or something, and then like spawn a large floating block that you could, you know, use telekinesis on. There's lots of possibilities. I think once we get the room down, we can do a lot. So the basics is gonna be like, okay, he has 30 block reach within the room, and that's not even that hard to set up. And he has 30 block reach within the room, and then he can self heal. I think, and he could swap places with other entities. If he's looking at an entity and he swaps places, he could swap places with the entity. Which makes me think I should probably base my thing on the lightning, on the rumble fruit. Now that I think about it, I should probably drag in some of that code. Because that has the ray tracing, the raycast feature, which is going to be needed. Yeah, like there, I think once you see the bubble, like the room, it's going to be incredible. I'm not sure how we should do it in terms of, okay, so to say he starts the room centered at somewhere, since he starts the bubble centered at somewhere, but then he moves. Should the bubble move with him, or does it have to like completely collapse first and then the bubble, you know, moves back to wherever he restarts the ability at? Or should it just be constantly moving with him? Because I'm not sure how it works in the anime. I think in the anime he sets up the bubble first, but it doesn't move with him. Do I have a ray in here? Tick spray. Yeah, it would be pretty busted. I think the only semi moving with him ability is the one he used with Big Mom, where I think he like he combined it with his sword or something like that. I have to rewatch the fight, but that one was he figured out how to make it broken. And the soul fruit with Big Mom, you're gonna be able to have like 100 hearts eventually. Like if you bargain with other players and steal their soul, you can stack up a ton of hearts, dude. I think that's gonna be fun. There was a lifesteal plugin for it, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that for a little bit. I did like that was like one of the ones where I was like, dude, this is so easy. I could do this really easily, but honestly, it started getting annoying. So I think we'll wait on that for a little bit. Hopefully this chunky thing doesn't crash the server again, which is absolutely silly if it does. This is why we need a dev server. Can't afford that though yet. Okay. Snow fruit. Snow fruit. Oh, I still have magma / tag. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna actually spawn in our snow fruit. This guy, this is the, hold on. Okay, this is the snow fruit hand. It is snow-like. It's basically just stole the texture, but I just made it white. The other one. Can't really do much right now while the chunks are loading. It's a little embarrassing, but it's gonna pay off because then it's gonna be a little smoother. Oh, wow. Didn't know that was a thing. Chunky. Okay. Yeah, we're getting back to our good ticks per second. Let's go. Okay, so that's the snow. That's the hand. I just wanted to show off the hand. I think the, yeah, this spray gives you levitation. Kablam! We spawn in some cows. we get to completely wreck all the cows. Yeah, get wrecked. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and turn on shaders, honestly. Yeah, it's a little faster. Okay. We need a function for when we eat the op fruit, which we don't have. Which we're gonna make. We're gonna name this one op fruit. Boom. Eight op fruit. Op. Magma. We're gonna replace this with op. There we go. Pretty easy. This one's blue. I'm not sure what this one is. Whatever. Fire resistance. You do not earn fire resistance, unfortunately, for being an op fruit user. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so I think we can, for the rumble fruit, we can copy the ray archive.zip, or copy the ray and download it and copy. This is a very janky way of doing file copying, but I am in the Paradoctyl panel, so that's how I gotta do it. Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna replace magma match case with op preserve case Okay, did it. Yay. Okay. 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 Fire or magma can insta smelt ore in their hand. Okay, okay. Okay, we're cooking. Quite literally. Okay, or maybe magma can't do food because like you don't need like if you try to cook food with lava, you're gonna completely burn the hell out of the food. Maybe if you have fire, it'll cook food. You know, a little pro and con. I think if you have ore though, I think both of those you can insta smelt. So I think if you're yeah. I think in a one that in like a future MC version, there's a way to detect a right click or like like you can detect like if you're moving forward or backwards or pressing right click. So I think if you press right click or if you place the block, if you place the ore or something. Ah, dang, I'll have to see how I'm gonna do that. Or I could just have an ability that just says, okay, smelt everything in my inventory. And then you activate the ability. So you cycle through your abilities and then you activate that one. That's cool. So I'm gonna summon item display with a custom model data. I don't even know how to do commands anymore. We're going to MC Stacker, boys. MC Stacker. We're gonna summon a item display. It's gonna be a stick. Wait till you see this. Yeah, the full inventory one. Just smelt entire inventory. Can print fat stacks. Like you could have like, oh, that's also an ability for, you know who that's really an ability for? The like the oven fruit, like one of the heat fruit or something. I don't know what it was called, but one of the Big Mom Pirates commanders or whatever. One of them, like he has a devil fruit that is just like the oven. I think it's the oven fruit or something. And he gets really hot. Like he's like an equal to strength to Katakuri. Like the brother. I don't know his name. That guy can cook some stuff. Like ignite literally everything within a 30 block radius or something. Yeah. That's gonna bang, bro. Op room 1. 1013001. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Tag equals. Boom! Bro, we got a circle of Minecraft, bruh. What the hell? What the hell? We got a circle in Minecraft, bruh. Yo. Bro, where's Hero Brian at, bruh? Yo. Yeah, Oven's crazy. I don't know how he's as strong as Katakuri, but I mean, for some reason, getting really hot is really, I guess like if you like if your opponent can't control his body temperature, like I feel like for that one, like I feel like fire resistance potions should be instant nullified or something like that. Like either that or like you would need to stack up on fire resistance to fight that guy. Because I feel like the nature of the fruit is that he controls like heat itself. Like he doesn't like spawn fire or spawn lava, which is like matter, and then those just happen to be hot things. Like he controls heat itself. So I think, I think of fire, it's kind of, I think it's appropriate to like turn off fire resistance for anyone fighting them. Yeah, this might be a little dark for the room ball. Change that later. It's whatever. First iteration. But we'll make it a little bigger next time. Spawn room, execute at the tag equals op fruit. Run summon. I wonder if the spawn room and the grow room should be the same thing, the same function. I think it should, and it should just be a conditional. If the room doesn't exist, then change the new location. Okay, let's do that. Execute unless entity, i.e. tag equals op room. So unless there's an op room existing, then you summon it. And I guess we'll just rename this to from spawn room to grow room. And then I think this is the default size. So this is roughly the size. Yeah, this is roughly the size of a player. Nothing too crazy. I don't think we need to have it smaller than that for now. Maybe we could in future. Execute if there is an op room. Yeah, let's run that first. Run data. Modify @n op room. Oh, attribute dummy. Attribute @n. How big do you think you're gonna make it? Oh, bro, this gonna well, it'll get as big as the user wants to make it. Base set 1. Base modifier add. Gang, I don't even know what I'm doing. Base set. This item display is not a valid entity for this command. It's not generic scale, then it's gotta be something else related to it. So it's okay, it's transformation. It's some sort of transformation. Oh wait. Yeah, so like the abilities, like if you hold it down, it grows bigger and then it slowly shrinks, like very slowly. Or I'm sure like there's a, yeah, it'll just slowly shrink. And then expanding it uses hockey. Transformation scale, yes. So if we do is this a component? No shot. Component dot transformation dot scale. Set value 111. Okay, I might have to whip out ChatGPT for this one. Am I cooked? Am I washed? / data get entity. I think if I get in, then I'll know how to modify it. merge append. Merge value. Okay. F. Okay. Scale dot one set value. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay, it's a little better. If I just do this, it has to be an array. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now okay, so now if we can make it slightly smoother. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 sec. I think, should I go get a coffee and then you guys can go talk and chat and maybe huh. I'll just leave this on the screen. Let's see what happens. I'll get coffee and get some water. Not coffee, it's gonna be decaf, boys. Dedicated control. Catch the vibe with me, catch the feel with me. Okay. Alright, so the next best thing we need to think about. If this is the difference, if this is one integer, that's a big jump between sizes. It's not very, smooth. So there's two things we could do. We could make the model itself 10 times smaller. But we'd be able to make it 10 times more granular in the details. In how we're sizing it. So it'd be 10 times more precise. So that's an option. It might be the easier option to redo the model. Go in block bench, scale that puppy down. Insert 0 from storage entity. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do. We could do macros. I don't know if that's necessary. We could also, hear me out. We could also use an armor stand. So if we summon an armor stand instead, we have. I'll just try it out. I'll see how it is. Armor stand, area effect cloud. Area effect, can you put particle? No. Okay, we're gonna do an armor stand because you can put an actual. Okay. So in the head slot, we're going to have the stick. And then this 1013001. And then the armor stand itself is the thing we're scaling. I presume we're able to scale the armor stand. We are. Okay. Okay, so now that we're using an armor stand, what does that allow us to do in terms of slash? Let me give this guy a tag. We'll give him pop-up room again. Okay. Um, the armor stand is down here, which is not fun. Oh, it's not. It's actually really big. Unless we make it named Dinnerbone. Imagine. Custom name, Dinnerbone. It literally didn't do anything. That's crazy. It's supposed to go upside down, bro. Okay. No Dinnerbone. Doesn't work. Okay, so we'll spawn it in, and then we're gonna do tag, no, attribute modify entity. Tag up room. Scale base set 1.1. So that's a little better. All right. But is it better? Because we have to go in anyways and going back in the block bench for this? Base. I don't know what I'm doing. Huh. So something that expands it. Oh. I said, oh, I didn't really discover anything important. Oh. Okay. We have the op hand. Shouldn't really look like this, but it does. Well, no, I mean, it should, technical code-wise, but it's not going to look like this. It's probably just gonna look like a normal hand. You know, I shouldn't have fire res either. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so one of the files isn't loading. Op tick is not loading. Okay. You can make it so if the other player that is in there has to hit the barrier a certain amount of times before they can get out, and the hits can depend on the size of the sphere. So I think that's similar to like a Jujutsu Kaisen thing, right? With my little knowledge of Jujutsu Kaisen. So if we're comparing the sphere to like the what's it called? You know what I mean? Domain expansion. I don't know. Is that how it works in One Piece? Is that like, I feel like the sphere is kind of like it's not really made of anything. Kind of just like ethereal. So I don't know if you can even attack the sphere. I feel like it's not really like a barrier in terms of like, I don't know if it's preventing movement in or out. Like you could just walk right through it, you know. Unless like I'm majorly mistaken. Because I don't think it's like made of matter or anything. It's just like a bubble. Let's see what was wrong with this file. So tick 135. Failed to get element. Oh, line 61, gang. Okay. Bet. What's on 60? Ah. 60. Okay. 61. Something you made up. Yeah, I think we could like this exact technology, we could use this for the bird cage too. So I just make this a little like a bit more detailed, maybe like 5 times more detailed in terms of the polygons. And I think we could get a decent bird cage going. And I think that like, I mean, we don't have proof that it's even, you can even penetrate through that. We just can speculate. Unless you're like a dwarf, I think you can squeeze through the little gaps. But I think it does. It is like a hockey based attack or like ability, you know. Okay, 61. Okay, so clearly these modifiers don't exist, which is surprising. That, bro, there's no way they don't exist. I just made them. I just made them. Is it because there's a... Bro, I don't even know, bro. I think this one, bro. I don't even know. Oh, okay, I understand. Op fruit. So that's a little problem. So we fix that. Op_op. Okay. So now line 52 has a little problem. 52? Brother, what? What? 52? Oh, line 58, position 52. Line 80. Oh, op block. Yeah, that's not a thing. There we go. I guess we could just, if entity, tag equals Please work. Fire gang. All right. Completely new. Oh, that's bad. Whoop, dude. Gotta look. Gotta look in the resource pack. Op fruit 101 is what I have to start with. Then ability, I could copy this. This can be ability 3. And this is going to be ability 4. And it's probably going to be 6 or 7. Third ability. See, this is not fun. This is not fun. So if you're 1, I'm just going to copy this line. Okay. I need to clean that up. So it's just checking the data instead of the model. That's not. Yeah, next, I might have to change that to next ability. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. The logic is wrong. Huh. Yeah, I think next model. Next ability. Yeah, we're gonna rename this to next ability right now. because next model is silly. Load. There we go. So that got refreshed. Flame should get refreshed too. Should get refreshed. Next, ability. Okay. Snowfruit should get refreshed as well. I don't even know what this is. Cortic. This is what we want. Next model. Okay. Go to the magma cube and we do the same thing. There we go. I think those are all done. Yeah, I do have op fruit. Okay. Yeah, why is this? It should just be full custom data. Get to the secondary. I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm on the verge of... I'm on the verge of taking it custom data only instead of tracking the model. Yeah, definitely not these ones. There we go. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one can go to hell. So if the main, okay, if the main ability okay, that's working. Okay, so every tick, every second, I guess we shrink it. I have to whip out Chat GPT to make this one for me. Okay. Babe, stay with me. I guess we can do scoreboard objectives. Pop room size. Dummy. And then I guess every tick. I guess every tick we. I guess every. Scoreboard is. Oh. Objectives. Radius. Sphere radius dummy. Okay, so I'm gonna add both of what I just did to the load. And tick. No, let's get grow room. Run scoreboard. I need to do this in Minecraft. Add op room. I guess there can only be one op room at a time, right? Can't just be spamming rooms unless I'm mistaken. Somebody should fact check that. Can law make more than one room simultaneously? I don't think so.
What? Brother. Okay, so we got the spray. No, not the spray. Tick spray. No. Grow room. We gonna do Okay, so if it's working, it's working. Okay. It's working. All right. So if we grow the room, we're almost done, boys. We grow the room. Dang, it didn't really
animate there.
That sucks. But there's gonna be.
Might have to brute force it.
Item display.
If less than 0.
I will be right back. Things are starting to move really fast.
No, how is he so fast? How is he so...
What? On our server, Grand Line MC, where today we're finally getting into the Devil Fruits, the faction system, the bounty system, and much more. And we even have our first players conquering the islands.
Who's gonna stop you?
Nobody.
And this is what, our third or fourth devlog? And trust me when I say, by the end of this video, we will have ended up with something pretty substantial, so please stay tuned. But without further ado, let us get started today. So the first and probably simplest devil fruit we'll be working on is the flame fruit. For example, the main ability, we can just have summon a fireball when you right click. And I already have that set up basically. And I'm thinking as passive abilities, you can have perma fire resistance, fire aspect on your main hand weapon, and double jump. But for the secondary ability, I don't really have an idea of what to put for that yet. Please write in the comments if you have any ideas for this. And if you're wondering how I'm gonna do the right click detection, so the go-to way in Minecraft for right click detection is carrot on a stick and warped fungus on a stick. So these are basically gonna act as the primary ability and secondary ability. So for the flame fruit, when you right click the main ability, you will summon a fireball. And we can make these textures a little more stylish. So when you join the server, we're gonna have a texture pack. And these are the retextured versions of the carrot on a stick and warped fungus on a stick. It's like a red fist and it's like a green fist.
And now I could summon some fireballs.
And for the double jumps, I landed on a plugin called Infinite Jump. And yes, it does support infinite jumping, not just double jump. For finding plugins, I go to spigotmc.org, basically my go-to. This is where I find all my plugins. So I got the double jump feature working, and I got the fire resistance feature working. So basically the system is when you eat the devil fruit, it adds a tag to you, and then it detects whoever has that tag is going to be affected with fire resistance and given the double jump permissions.
And I have this one retextured, so it actually looks like a flame. Spoiler alert for the next devlog. I go into more detail about this. Let's see what happens when I eat this. And I get fire resistance right after I eat this. Now I could summon some fireballs. And I also get double jump.
And for the devil fruits, we are going to have a base texture of the gum fruit, and the texture is going to be on the pumpkin pie texture. So we're going to be replacing the pumpkin pie with a devil fruit, and this is me making it in GIMP. And then I also added the feature that if you eat 2 devil fruits, you will get killed, because that's how it works in One Piece. As of now, all the devil fruits are going to be looking like a gum fruit, but eventually we're going to separate the textures out, having a different texture for each one of them. The next thing we're going to take a look at is the safe zones and the technology behind that, basically. So up to this point, the team system we have is Better Teams, and the most cohesive plugin that works with Better Teams for claiming is Ultimate Claims. So we have 2 different plugins for this, and Ultimate Claims is interesting because you place down a chest and putting items in that chest prolongs your claim period.
But that's an interesting technology, but it's not exactly ideal because I wouldn't want for someone to make a base and then come back a year later and find that their base is ruined. I would like it so that people can come and join and play whenever they like, and the progress is basically saved.
So it seems like with the need for a team system, a claim system, and a power system, these all point to one solution that can satisfy all of these, and that's factions. So I think we're going to go ahead and use a factions plugin instead. So I landed on the plugin Saber Factions, and the good thing with that is very customizable, and it has the F maps, which is almost essential for what I'm trying to accomplish. So the F map system is the whole premise of seeing where you are on the map, whose claim are you in, whose claims are around you, and seeing what claims you have.
The cool thing I would like to show is the F map. So if you type /F map or /crew map, you get to see like the chunks around you and which faction owns those chunks. And when you move around, the map can update. See?
So the main things I was looking for a factions plugin was, one, it has to be free, and I want the option to have TNT and griefing disabled in certain faction claim chunks, however have PvP enabled in those chunks. And I also wanted the ability to alias /faction with /crew, because this is a One Piece server after all. So I'm going to take a quick second to explain the F power system. So Each player has a maximum power they can get. In our case, we're going to have a maximum of 20 power. And for every power you have, that represents a chunk that you can claim. So if you have 15 power, you can claim 15 chunks. The power of the faction is the combined power of all the players. And a chunk can be overclaimed by another faction if the faction has less power than chunks claimed. So if a faction has 20 chunks claimed and they actually have 19 power, some other faction can come over and overclaim one of their chunks. If you die, you're going to lose some power, and being online slowly increases your power up to 20. And now we're going to discuss the bounty system. So this is the current system I've cooked up. If a pirate kills someone, they will earn their bounty, but it's not exactly redeemed yet. The player must take their head to the bounty building at the center of the map in order to earn the reward.
Let's say I kill someone with 1500 bounty. That means my earned money is going to be 1500 bounty. So if I have the player head of that person, then I go over here, the bounty entrance, I get paid. Kind of janky the way it does it, but it does pay me more or less. So that's kind of how it's set up right now.
Some issues with the system. The head itself is inherently worthless, and selling the head on the auction house, for example, is no good. Only the person who got the kill can redeem the bounty, and that bounty amount is added to your bank balance. On top of this, your own bounty will also increase. So it'll increase by 1/4 times whatever the person you killed's bounty was. For example, if you have a bounty of 1,000,000 berries and you kill someone with a bounty of 1,000,000 berries, your new bounty is 1.25 million berries. And of course, when you die, you're basically resetting, so your bounty goes down to 0. And I used a bunch of scoreboards to set this all up, basically.
The logic for combining bounties, like scoreboard, players, operation, say jumbo slime, for example, bounties plus equals, and then you could do another player, say Lego Man, bounties, and I have a separate scoreboard for what a quarter of their bounty is. So it's constantly being updated in accordance to what their actual bounty is. So 1/4 of their bounty gets added to your bounty.
I also want to give an honorable mention to a plugin that I tested out. It's called Not Bounties. So this is a plugin where players can pool money onto the head of other players. So they basically crowdsource the bounty of other players. But we're not going to use this plugin for the bounties themselves. We have our own system going on.
However, I'd still like to try to implement this somehow,
because they have wanted posters, as you can see here. Obviously, wanted posters are extremely cool, and I would love to get them onto the server eventually, but it is going to take some time for me to figure out how to combine the plugin with the bounty system I already have set up via the data pack. So stay tuned for that. That could happen in the near future. So with that being said, we can check off another item on our MVP list. So what comes with the bounties is the all-time bounty tracking. So this is how we're going to track who is the king of the pirates. So inherently those numbers are within its own vanilla scoreboard, but I wanted a command to display it to any user that wants to see it. So I downloaded my command plugin and I registered /all-time bounties. And doing that command will show you the list of the top 10 highest all-time bounties.
and this top 10 list is sorted with a plugin called AJ's Leaderboards.
So after that, I decided I wanted a hologram in the spawn displaying the top 10 bounties, and I tried doing it with command blocks, and it's very hard. So I ended up landing on
W bathroom break. Okay. Um, let's see. Let's see if this happens on single player. If it does, and I don't know. Oh, it's working. Wow. I think setting it to -1 works. Damn. Pick. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. We got the ball growing. We got this. We got the room able to grow. We're using interpolation with the item display. I do have to end stream really soon though. I have to go to bed soon. But I'm going to hey. I think I have an idea. Hmm. Okay, so we make the every second we reset the duration to 1,000, I guess. Guess we run this every second, I think. Every second. Execute at a equals op root. Huh. I guess it's always gonna be exponentially not reaching the size that it's supposed to. Yeah, it looks like it's exponentially. Dang, that's crazy. Dang, I thought I cooked, but I caused a big problem. Execute if data entity size. Okay. I guess we just don't run the command if it's under the threshold. Tag equals. Transformation.data. Hmm. Okay. It's something. I don't really like it too much, though. Kind of plateaus out right here, though. It's decent. That's decent. I don't know if it's perfect. Might be the best solution, or one of the best solutions.
Okay. I think we have something decent so far. Yeah, let's check up on the stream. I might call it a day for now. That's just because I have to go to sleep. I've got to work tomorrow. Okay, I think we got something good, decent going on here with the room. I think if there's a better way would probably be to directly change the data, because right now we're just running. Okay, if we're right clicking, change interpolation, like change the scale to 80 with 80 times bigger with interpolation, like of like 10 seconds. I could just like constantly track the scale. That could work. Depends. Honestly, I don't even know if I need to track it. Slash data. It's saying 1. I know that's not true. That can't be true.
me. So the instantly spawns it at size 80, which is not the best. Yeah, lots to figure out. Definitely need to kill this entity. All right, so I think I'll be back. I think Sunday I should be able to stream again.